Hey everybody, what's up? So, for those of you who might have seen the movie series, The Green Mile, yes, these are actually the 6 original books that were written in the series. Um, yeah, I actually read all of these when they came out. This is why I have these. They're in decent condition, but yeah, never mind that. So, serialized books have been a thing around for years. It kind of stopped for a long time, and King really brought it back with these, but not for very long. So, why I'm talking about that is another writer by the name of John Saul decided to write his own set of novels, 6 in all, called the Blackstone Chronicles. A serial terror in 6 parts, as he calls it. Now, I'm going to kind of read the back to you, well, the top part, to kind of explain it. From the top of Blackstone's high hill, the old Blackstone Asylum casts its shadow over the village. Built in the 1890s, the asylum has stood vacant for decades. But now, the wrecker's ball is about to strike, smashing into stone and unleashing a terrible evil, an unholy fear long locked within these walls. Soon, strange gifts will begin to appear on the doorsteps of Blackstone's finest citizens. Each bears a mysterious history. Each brings a horrifying power to harm. Each reveals another thread in the suspensely woven web of the Blackstone Chronicles. Cannot resist having the last part. So, originally the book starts off following Oliver Metcalf, whose dad was the last superintendent or head of the asylum, if you will. And they just decided that, hey, it's going to be brought down. And yes, the gifts start appearing. What happens is you may get a brief history, small one, of the item itself and it being selected, and then it goes from there. The first book is from a doll, and each of these basically, for example, the doll goes to the guy who's contracted to destroy the building. The next one is the head of town bank. I think he's one of the people that finances the destruction, if I remember correctly. I'm going to reread these, actually. So, So there's a girl by the name of Rebecca Morrison who kind of has a little bit of a minor role in the first 2 books. And she goes, and the third book is what really brings her in. She goes and she finds a dragon lighter, which is why it's called Ashes to Ashes, the Dragon's Flame. Rebecca comes from a house where her grandmother is very religious. She has a sister who's coming back, and she wants to give her sister something nice. But the lighter sets her grandmother off. You have to find out why. Yeah, it's kind of, that's one of the explanations. It delves deeper into there. In the Shadow of Evil, the Handkerchief. This one involves Oliver and Rebecca as well. Oliver, it helps cement their relationship a little bit more. Oliver gives Rebecca this handkerchief because there's an R and it makes her think of her. The Day of Reckoning, the stereoscope. If you don't know what a stereoscope is, basically, you used to be able to use to create a 3D image. What would happen to you? You'd have like a viewfinder, but you have like 2 double images, and you can look at it and create that effect. Ed is this revolves around a guy named Ed, who's an attorney. Like I said, he's kind of weird. I'm not going to go in each book, who's who. And then the last one is about a razor, and it's kind of, it's odd to describe this one, because basically in this one we find out the truth. Because, like I said, each one kind of revolves around the object. Maybe has a tie to the family involved, like the one with the hint I gave with Ashes to Ashes. So yeah, it's kind of, everything's a little bit odd, especially when it starts off. The first book really cements how odd the series is going to be, and each one kind of, it takes what he does. He takes the item from each book, kind of throws it into the next one as well. This is what happened. This is why, and people start wondering, okay, what's going on? Why is the town being hit now? So definitely, I did look it up. I filmed this video earlier. I did a screw up. Had to redo it. It is actually collected all in one volume. I am actually probably going to be replacing my first copy. I don't know, because it's a little bit stained. But yeah, that kind of ticks me off. I don't know why, because I'm always careful with my books. I might replace it, I may not. I don't know. I really want to go back and reread these because I was going through some stuff and I found them. It's like, oh wait, didn't I read these a couple times. So Saul does write an introduction thanking King for releasing these because it got him to decide to release those stories. To be honest, I preferred this format. I wouldn't buy the full set in an actual complete volume, because one of the things is these really cement the idea of the serial novel. They are kind of a little bit more expensive to get individual. I looked it up to replace my first copy, and this is why I'm not thinking about doing it. First copy costs $4.99 for at least a good used like copy. I paid $2.99 for this book. Yeah, I don't like the fact that it's stained, but this is a 22-year-old book. So I'm kind of like, do I want to do it or not? I may not. But yeah, this book was actually released in '97. That's when the series was released. I think the last one was released, yeah, they were all done in the same year. So definitely something, if you want, check out the complete volume. You can get it new or used, even with the Green Mile. You know, you can get the complete collection in one volume. But if you want a short read, just like pick up a book, read it, you can do it that way. It's too bad Kindle doesn't do it that way. That would be nice, just like over 99 cents a book. You'd have it cheaper that way. But that's just my take. So thanks everybody for watching. Talk to you later. Take care. Bye.